it's a special preview edition of Rasslin Rants here, as I'm just a few hours away from making my way up to the airport and on my way tonight to Las Vegas, Nevada for a litany of wrestling shows starting tomorrow all the way to Sunday. It's part of Double or Nothing Week, excuse me, and as part of Full Tilt #2 weekend. So that's a collective group of different promotions putting on shows together in the Las Vegas area to complement the events around Double or Nothing Week. So, let's get into it with no further delay. Just one little note that I was trying to get the top 10 takes of the best AEW matches of all time in today, and I just can't find the time, folks. But that will be coming up in later on in the month of June. Maybe even if we have some time in Vegas, maybe we'll do a little discussion with myself and some other wrestling fans about our favorite top 10 matches in AEW. But if not, look for that coming up right back here sometime maybe next week into the following week, sometime in the month of June, to celebrate 4 years of AEW wrestling. Well, let's talk about AEW. So, on the front end and the back end of this weekend, we have AEW shows. We got Dynamite tomorrow night, of course, from the location of the first AEW show that was Double or Nothing 2019. That will be the home of Dynamite tomorrow night. Hopefully a very special night of action. Nothing on the card looks completely spectacular, but you never know what they'll throw in there to play into the history of AEW, the Vegas crowd, the first ever show from the same arena. We'll just kind of see what happens with this all tomorrow night in Las Vegas. And like I said, every show that I go to, be looking for content that I'll be dropping on the regular, right on this YouTube channel all week long. Rants, exclusive content coming your way, folks. Let's talk about the lineup for Dynamite tapings. First, let's talk about some Ring of Honor matches that we have scheduled for the tapings on Dynamite. We got the Lucha Brothers defending the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships against Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta, the Blackpool Combat Club. I would assume that will probably be main event on this show. I guess time will tell, but I could definitely see that being main event with the quality of match that will probably end up being. Also taped at these tapings for the Ring of Honor television program, Ring of Honor Pure title, Katsuri Shibata against Alex Coughlin. So be looking for that. Also, a contract signing on Dynamite between Adam Cole, Chris Jericho. That match should be a barn burner at Double or Nothing. House of Black in a 6-man against Blake Christian, Air Fox, Grand Metalik. Orange Cassidy defends the International Championship against Kyle Fletcher of Aussie Open. Taya Valkyrie against Lady Frost. And then we got promos by FTR, which I would assume will be setting something up for Double or Nothing. Ricky Starks, as well as all 4 pillars. They will be having separate promos. So this appears to be a very promo-heavy show as the last-minute build for Dynamite. I do not believe they announced anything in advance for Rampage. I may have missed something on Rampage this past week, but I don't believe they have anything announced yet officially for Rampage, so that will also be taped tomorrow night in Las Vegas. In addition, Tony Khan will make the announcement on where exactly that first episode of Collision is going to be. It's either going to be at the United Center, which signals that they got a deal with CM Punk to come back finally working this shit out, or if they announce Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida, then chances are they haven't figured out anything with Punk quite yet at this point. Alright, so that is Wednesday's schedule. Now let's get into a show scheduled for Thursday. That is FSW Legends Rise. This is a 12-person, one-night tournament featuring a litany of talent, some from the FSW brand, some from outside. Some of the bigger names included here are Matt Vandergriff, Jordan Oliver of GCW, the young prodigy Billy Starks, the 18-year-old gal who's really making waves in wrestling, Starboy Charlie from GCW, Casey Navarro as well. And there's a lot of other talent. So if you want to find out more about this one, go to the FSW website where they have just a little bit more details on what's going on. Then we move into Friday's events. And Friday's events include the following: Game Changer Wrestling Lifestyle. The following matches have been announced: Joey Janela and Sawyer Wreck in there against Matt Cardona and Stephanie DeLander in a match. Maki Ito against Sandra Moon. Rina Yamashita against Cole Radrick. A match that is undoubtedly going to be the main event that I'm looking forward to the most. El Hijo del Vecino from AAA against Commander against Gringo Loco in a three-way match that is going to hit it hard, that is for sure. Other shows on Friday include a all Micro Midgets Mania Tour, as well as a very late show. The Hood Slam promotion will be doing Tombstone Poly Driver. Okay then. Alrighty. Well, so that is what we got going on. As I adjust the camera just a titch, that's what we got going on for Friday in Las Vegas. Saturday is jam fucking packed of all kinds of shows. Let's start with FSW versus GCW 2. This is from the FSW arena, which a lot of these shows are happening at. Been there a few times myself. Main event, Hammerstone against Joey Janela. We also have Viva Van against Billy Starks. Jacob Austin Young against Jordan Oliver. Danny Limelight against Titus Alexander. And Maserati in there against Rina Yamashita. That should be a pretty loaded lineup. I'm actually looking forward to that show quite a bit. As well, another big show at the FSW arena, that is Natural Born Killers 4. I think I went to Natural Born Killers 3 last year. If I recall, it was a very late show. This one's titled Disorderly Conduct. Main event, Tom Lawler against Bad Dude Tito. We also got Graves against Bateman. Brett the Threat, never heard of that guy, against Royce Isaacs. Robert Murder against Jacob Austin Young. Calder McCall against Jordan Oasis. And Ryan Walker against Robbie Litt. We'll see if we make that show or not. Chances are it's looking good. Possibly we might make that show, although there's another pretty excellent sounding show that we might get into, kind of running head to head with this one if I recall, and that is the Dark Arts event called What's Causing All of This. I have not heard of this promotion, but the lineup looked pretty excellent. One particular one, PJ Black and some other known competitors are at this show, but the main event sounds really good. Jacob Fatu of MLW against El Hijo del Vecino of AAA. So I'm kind of thinking we might go check that show out instead of the Natural Born Killers show. But stay tuned. You'll see content, whatever the case, right here, Rasslin Rants, from either show. Also on Saturday, there is a bunch of other shows in the Las Vegas area. This includes Ben Hall Presents the Blackjack Rumble. Versus Pro Studio presents Paradise City. Also, Circle 6, which is kind of like a GCW, they have something called the Grap House Barroom Blitz late on Saturday night. And also, kind of co-promotion with Wrestling Observer, Poder Cinco. This is an all-woman show that is kind of being promoted by one of the guys from the Wrestling Observer website. So that is a loaded lineup on Saturday, and there is more to come on Sunday. We have actually 3 shows one show is actually running head-to-head with Double or Nothing. We'll talk about that in a moment. But Sunday's events include the Second Generation Pro Wrestling's Go for Broke show. It's also at the FSW Arena. We got Jordan Oliver against Jack Cartwheel. That should be a fine match. Juicy Finau against Hammerstone against Bad Dude Tito. All right, I'm sold on that one. Also, Billy Starks against Matt Vandergriff. So I'm kind of thinking we'll probably be checking this show out. This sounds pretty awesome. Then head-to-head with Double or Nothing, there is actually a Lucha Libre show called Lucha Super Estelar featuring the one and only LA Park. I wish this was not running head-to-head with Double or Nothing because I definitely would be all about this show. I'm a huge LA Park fan. And then, of course, we got Double or Nothing 2023 Sunday night from the T-Mobile Arena. Plenty of matches still to be announced, actually. So with that said, I'm not going to go through this lineup quite yet because there's going to be some finalization of the card on the Dynamite tapings tomorrow night. But I think I can probably pull the arm of Sin City Steve from the Vegas Bad Boys Podcasting to join me in a discussion with predictions and a preview of Double or Nothing 2023 this coming weekend from Las Vegas. So be looking for that, as well as plenty, and I mean plenty, of Rant exclusive content coming your way from each one of these shows that I mentioned. We'll be going to a very large amount of these shows, particularly, like I said, rolling back here, Dynamite for sure on Wednesday. Chances are Thursday we will go to the Legends Rise show. Friday for sure the GCW show, as well as Saturday FSW versus GCW 2. Then probably we're going to go to the Dark Arts, What's Causing All This event, maybe Natural Born Killers 4, possibly. And then on Sunday, I think we'll probably do the Go for Broke show. And then, of course, Double or Nothing on Sunday night. So with that, I'm going to sign off right here from the Rasslin Rants Control Center. Next destination, Las Vegas, Nevada! Full Tilt 2 weekend, Double or Nothing week. Here we go! Come on back with me from Las Vegas tomorrow night for Dynamite tapings featuring Ring of Honor action, featuring stuff for Rampage, and a whole lot more. Come on back right here, Rasslin Rants, as we are rolling in another Rasslin Rants road trip once again to sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. See you there!